Hello, my name is Paul Gannon and welcome to Gannonland. What we're going to do this week? Well, it's something that I've already done before on Cheap Show and Digitiser, but I wanted to do just a small video to sing its praises one more time, just in case you haven't seen me play with it yet. But before we get there, let's do a little history lesson, because some of you may have seen the Digitiser video I did with Mr. Biffo about the talking Viewmaster. And Viewmasters are these little things. We've all seen them. They're usually red. This one's an early one, and it's Bakelite. Just put it under the microscope. We can see there in all its beauty. You put a slot in the top. Well, you have a slot in the top. You put a little card in with images. You press the button on the side. It rotates those images, and through these eye holes you can see all kinds of lovely 3D stereoscopic images that makes you feel like you're really there. And so as a result of that, it meant that kids could sit in the corner and go, "Oh, I'm on the Great Wall of China. Oh, I'm in space. Oh, I'm in purgatory." That kind of stuff. And they've been going for years. They still make them now. They're still highly popular toys. They tried to bring out a VR type one to very little success not too long ago. But as we move forward, it became less about, well, these kind of things. They became more like novelties. Here we have a little TV. This used to belong to my girlfriend. She nearly threw it out. I would have been super cross had she done that. Because again, it's got a little viewfinder on the back. And if you look very closely in there, oh look, two doggies. Not one dog, but two doggies. What's behind the next one? Oh, it's more. Oh, here's my favourite. Look at this little fella. He's got a little hat on. He's happy as Larry. He don't know what's wrong with the world. He's just a lovely dog. Rough. So these things, and I've always kind of been fascinated by these little toys. They're sweet and they're private little moments of, like, I don't know, entertainment. There's a dog with a telephone. That dog will never know how to use it. Dog and a piano. Dog taking a picture, potentially of me. Or maybe it's the doggy version of everyone's favourite film, Peeping Tom. So they became toys. There was a video recently by Techmoan, which I highly recommend, and I'll put a link down below so you can view. And it was of something I remember having as a kid, but don't really remember what happened to it. And it must have been my favourite toy for the shortest amount of time in my life when I was a wee bairn, because it was like a little plastic box with a screen and a slot for a cartridge, which looked, to all intents and purposes, like an 8-track. And similarly to an extra 8-track, inside was an infinitive. Why can't I say the word infinitive? I'm not even sure if that's a real word, but there's an endless loop of cassette. In this case, video. I don't know what kind of video, some kind of cinefilm I would go on, but the loop itself was 1 minute. And so you slotted it in, you turned it on, and it would project what was on the cart onto the little screen. And sometimes it was a cartoon, a clip from a Disney film, maybe a TV show, something like that. But for about a minute, you could just watch it. And if you were very, if you had the right circumstances, you could tilt it, turn a little flap, and it would project onto the wall. Probably awful, but in my memory, it was one of my favourite toys growing up as a kid. Again, watch the Techmoan video. There's lots of fun there. But today we're going to talk about something specific, and that something specific, and you may have seen it before, is this. Oh, what's that? It is similar to the Techmoan item, similar to a Viewmaster, in that it's a little thing with a hole in, and you stare at the contents. What are the contents? Well, the contents go in here, and in here you can see there is a little motor, and that motor moves a little cog, and that cog has teeth, and those teeth grip the insides of one of these. And it is a little, I don't even know what we'll call it. Again, it's not 8-track, because that was the type of tape, but it's an endless loop cassette. And they're lovely. They have little teeth on the side of the film that grabs by the mechanism of the... there we go. No, you don't want to focus. I hate you, camera too. So, you grab that. Now, I tried to look at who invented this, who first produced it. I couldn't find out. I looked the only way I could at the reel and the side of the actual action replay toy itself. And all I got was UK design, 1020, I think that's 381, made in China. Offers absolutely no information other than that. I looked it up online. I couldn't really find the root of this UK design, UK patent. If anyone can help, down below, comments. I'd really like to know. I'm not all that savvy when it comes down to searching for patents online. So if you know, comment down below. Try and find out for me. I'd love to know the root manufacturer of this, because again, around the world, it had different names. It was sold in Europe, in America. In America, it was sold by Galoob. Galoob called it a sneak preview, and you could see what kind of things they had. Batman, in this case, the animated series. You can look at the back of the box there, and oh, it tells you how to wear it, how to use it, where to put the film, how to load it in. A little place for the lanyard, so you can dangle it from your wrist if you need to. Collect from the wide selection of adventure and cartoon features available. That's a long-winded way of saying buy more of our little carts, because you go to the shop and buy loads of them. This is obviously just 4. I don't think that counts as loads. But if you look around the world, again, movie viewer cassette. I have no idea if Action Replay was the UK one, because I think I bought this from America. This one only cost about £2 and it was broke, so all I had to do was fix it, and it was kind of a simple process. Cleaning the connections, making all sure they touched, giving it a rinse and a clean. Job done. Works. Not perfect, but it does work. And I just realised I've not put a battery in this, but that's fine, because there's not much more to see. You load it in, like so. And you hold it to your eye and you press the button. Can you see anything? Can you see? Can you see anything? No. What you can't see, right there, oh, you can't quite see it, is the building from Stingray. That's what's in there. This is a Stingray one. I've got a football one. Lineker and Shearer. Just a bunch of people scoring goals in the 80s. And Terminator 2. Again, these are 30-second film clips rolling around and around. And I guess they weren't that expensive. Again, you look at what was available. 3 exciting categories, many different movies to choose from. So you had superheroes there, so all the cartoons, the Fleischer Superman, Batman's probably in there too. Hollywood, probably old Hollywood, probably silent movies, which would work extremely well for this format, because I think a 30-second slapstick Keystone Cops kind of video clip would be fun for a kid, especially since it's kind of like a gateway piece of entertainment to other silent film and getting kids used to black and white movies. I don't know. There's science there at the bottom as well, you can see, which I kind of guess covers its educational value. I imagine, like a Viewmaster, you could say, oh, look, you can visit the Louvre and never have to leave your house. Oh, look. Oh, I can't believe my eyes, it's the Mona Lisa. That kind of thing. My memory of it was mostly cartoons like Tom and Jerry. I think even this one, if we go back to it briefly. Oh no, that says Superman saves the day. And I think I did have that back in the day. It was Superman swooping down, grabbing a rocket or something falling and pushing it back up. It was amusing. I loved it. However, the quality wasn't great on these things. First of all, it's a bugger to look at this sometimes. It's a real bugger to try and get the eyepiece in the right thing and the focus to work, because at the side you've got minimal ways to adjust this. So you have a way for the gate to move up and down, because sometimes depending on your view you haven't quite got the whole image in one place, as you see through the eye hole, so you have to move that around. Then you've got the focus, which draws the little eyepiece forwards and backwards. Doesn't make too much of a positive effect on it. But for late 80s, early 90s, this is a cute little toy. I remember getting mine from some kind of bargain toy shop where I grew up. And I can't imagine this being very expensive. It was probably the same shop I bought all my Garbage Pail cards and little plastic action figures in bin bags. We will be covering Garbage Pail Kids at some point. So I fell in love with these. I tell you what, to prove the point of the quality, I took a picture. I took some video footage of one of them. It's hard to grab video footage from this. Again, there are videos online of people who have done that. I'll put a link below to someone who's done a collection of just all this footage. Congratulations, your patience will reward this channel. But I took some video footage of Ghostbusters because I saw it online and I was excited and I thought, oh, Ghostbusters, because you know me, Ghostbusters, we're quite fond of each other. So let's have a little look, shall we, of this little Ghostbusters reel. So there we go. We've got you can't quite make it up, but that's a van, and I believe it's either full of popcorn or marshmallows. It looks like it could be marshmallows because you saw the Stay Puft packet. And look, there's the van speeding through the bridge in New York. Egon and Winston. Oh, he fires his blaster. It shoots the van explodes in a sticky, fiery goo and covers the car in marshmallow. Ray and Peter fall off the back. I'm explaining the video footage to you, but there's no sound. All you're going to hear is a clatter, clatter, clatter. And look, there's Slimer somehow now driving a car. And the quality's not bad. I expected, to be fair, the colour to fade on these over time. And, you know, they're not, like, I imagine, the highest quality thing. But the fact that the colours even work on this still. Oh, look, there's Gary Lineker. Green for football fields. It's a lovely little thing. But it's kind of a mystery. Apparently they're all over the globe, but no one really knows who invented it or made it. When I got this, again, I had to fix it. I tried to look up the patent. I couldn't really find anything, as I explained before. But I came across a version of it in some kind of computer history museum, which had some kind of corporate branding on it. So I imagine this could even have been a gimmick companies bought 100 of and slapped the company logo on the side, like Barclays, and inside you could scroll it and see a load of people unhappy that they chose to work at a bank for all their lives. Who knows? But it seemed that this is a generic, odd toy, farmed out to different places around the world, and those toy companies bought it and licensed it and branded it themselves. Which brings me to the finale of this. And again, I can only apologise for not being able to capture the footage. It is on the Digitiser video if you want to watch it there. I couldn't find it for the sakes of this video, and I honestly couldn't be asked to try and capture it again because I am both lazy and I have a short fuse. So after a few minutes of trying, I gave up. But anyway, I got one online and I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, can I introduce to you, after all these years, it's Take That's very own action replay toy, the limited edition collector's box. And look, you see all the Take That's. You've got Barry Take That, Gordon Take That, Henry Take That, Alan Take That, in Robbie. So I got this online, and actually, bone of contention, some of these packed in their boxes similar to this fetch quite a price online. I saw these going for like $70 boxed, unopened, and you know, that's nice, but they're not, let's be honest, they're not great, and I don't think you should ever spend a lot of money to buy one if you really have to get one. I got this for about £2. It was broke. I cleaned it up. I saw a video tutorial online how to clean it up, and it works. Not perfectly, but it works. But when I saw the Take That one, I had to get it simply because I have issues about my glory days, and the 90s were great, and it was the best decade of all time. So I bought this. I lied to myself to say I got it from a girlfriend, but I really wanted it. Interestingly enough, it comes with this, which is a little instruction booklet. Action Replay, the action movie in your pocket. No, you really don't like focusing, do you? You're really not into it. It's like it's not your thing, Camera 2. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I've done this. I don't know. Action Replay is the fun new way to have your own pocket-sized film collection. The motorised Action Replay viewer runs a continuous loop of real movie film for you to see your favourite action clips time and time again. Simply aim at any light source, press the button and start the show. There's lots of categories to choose from, so start your collection today. Needs a AA battery. That's all it takes. It's a lovely little thing. Now, at the time, if you wanted to reorder this, you could just send a postal order for £15.78, which includes P&P, to Acorn Sports Marketing, Unit 21, Goldthorpe Industrial Estate, Rotherham. There is a phone number here, but I doubt that works. And I'm not a phone prankster, so I'm not going to call it. And inside, you get a nice collection. Look at that, a lovely collection of the white Take That Action Replay viewer and 3 rolls of films. And what's on these rolls of films? Well, not much. On the first 2, you get kind of backstage footage, you get tour footage, clips of music videos, that kind of thing. Nothing too remarkable. However, it is reel 3, which is the real humdinger, because I think back in the day, Take That did a video for the song Do What You Like, and in it, they're fanning around naked in a white room with women throwing trifles at them and mopping their bottoms, bare bottoms with a mop. That's on the Digitiser video. Link below for that. And it's surprising because all that footage that's on this reel, the cheeky bum shots, was cut out of the pop video back in the day. And so, when I thought about it, it meant that a Take That fan, a young girl who got her hands on this and had her reels, couldn't see the official pop video because it's naughty. But for a couple of quid, they probably could get one that's private, and stick it in and go, oh, Robbie's bottom. I've got to see Robbie's... Oh, that is actually on Robbie's bottom. I've put it in and it's on Robbie's bottom. Or Howard's. We don't know. I think actually it's probably Howard's. Yeah, there's Robbie's bottom. Howard's bottom. There's a bottom. There's a bottom here. I'm staring at a bottom and the tip of a mop in the thigh crack area. That's my big finale. And I can't even show you the bum crack. But you can if you look at the Digitiser video, which again, link below. And I think that's the gist of it. Again, if you want to get your hands on one of these types of things, if you really, really have to get your hands on, try not to blow a load of money on it just because it's boxed. Look for a broken one. They're not too hard to fix. There's a slight difference between older and newer models, but it's more about the kind of connection wires and things inside rather than anything too complicated. I think a lot of stuff's very easily replaceable, and the motor, provided it's greased, should still work fine. So, fingers crossed, you can get one cheap that's broken that you can fix. I'm an idiot, and I fixed mine and got it working. And then these cassettes, now there's an issue on those because, again, people like to sell job lots of these for $50, $60, $70. Again, for some strange reason, they're easier to get on eBay online, but they are going to cost you a lot more money. And obviously now with import costs and tax, there's no way in hell you should spend over 100 quid on this. That is ridiculous. And if I catch any of you doing it, I'm going to smack your ass. Or fill it full of trifle and mop it. Because that's all I know now, thanks to Take That. Right, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see me do more stuff, eventually we will get to board games, I promise. You can subscribe, ring a bell, whatever it is you have to do, but comment and subscribe if you have one of these, if you have any memories, if you have any carts. There's a Chippendales one. You can get a Chippendales one. I don't presume it's going to be too X-rated, but I guess if you put it in and moved it and played it, it's probably a man doing this. Like a sexy man taking his top off or something. There's probably that. So if you've got that and you want to give it to me, I'll have one. Yeah, comment, join, subscribe. Come to Gannonland. Let's play together. That's not a catchphrase. That sounds creepy. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. See you next time.